The UK has long been a destination for people seeking new beginnings, education, work opportunities, or simply a better life. But in recent months, things have started to shift in ways that are leaving many confused, frustrated, and even heartbroken. The new UK visa and immigration bans are not just affecting a few people, they're affecting everyone in one way or another. Let's talk about what's really going on. The latest changes in the UK's visa and immigration policies have sent shockwaves through communities around the world. Families are being separated, students are rethinking their futures, and businesses are struggling to fill crucial roles. And it's not just about paperwork or visa refusals, it's about the ripple effect these decisions have on everyday lives. Take, for example, international students. Many came to the UK full of hope, believing they could study, work part-time, and build a foundation for a better future. But recent changes have made it harder for them to bring dependence or transition into work after graduation. What was once a smooth path from university to employment now feels like walking through a maze with moving walls. And it doesn't stop there. Skilled workers who have been contributing to the UK economy, doctors, engineers, tech professionals, are suddenly facing stricter rules, longer processing times, and new salary thresholds that many simply can't meet. Some of these individuals have already spent years in the UK, paying taxes, integrating into society, and contributing to public services. Yet now, they're being told that their presence might no longer be viable. But it's not just the immigrants who are affected. British citizens are feeling it too. Spouses waiting abroad are stuck in limbo, unable to reunite with their families because the requirements keep changing. Employers are scrambling to understand new sponsorship obligations. Universities are seeing international applications dip, which could eventually affect the economy and even the cultural diversity that the UK once proudly celebrated. For many, this feels less like an immigration policy and more like an emotional test. People are constantly refreshing visa updates, checking policy announcements, hoping for clarity, but instead they find more restrictions and uncertainty. The sense of stability that once surrounded the UK's immigration system has been replaced by anxiety and doubt. And then there's the public perception. The narrative around immigration has shifted again. For years, the UK has balanced between welcoming global talent and tightening its borders. But now, the message feels mixed. On one hand, the government says it wants the best and brightest. On the other, it's closing doors that used to be open for exactly those people. Imagine being a student who spent thousands of pounds on tuition, only to learn that your partner can no longer join you. Or a worker who's been part of the NHS for years, but now faces a new salary rule that could jeopardise your visa renewal. Or even a British citizen watching your loved one's visa application stall indefinitely. These are not just statistics, these are real human stories unfolding every day. Many experts argue that these new restrictions might have unintended consequences. The UK's labour market depends heavily on migrant workers, especially in healthcare, technology, hospitality, and construction. Cutting down on visas doesn't just reduce immigration numbers, it creates shortages that affect services everyone relies on. When hospitals lack staff, or when small businesses can't hire enough workers, it's not just the immigrants who suffer, it's the public too. And then there's the long-term impact. The UK has built its global reputation as a hub for international talent, a place where innovation, culture, and diversity meet. But if the system continues to tighten, that reputation could slowly fade. Other countries like Canada and Australia are becoming more attractive options because they offer stability, transparency, and a clearer path to settlement. The truth is, immigration is never just about numbers or policies. It's about people, their dreams, their struggles, their contributions. Every new restriction affects not just individuals, but entire communities. And the emotional toll of uncertainty is something that can't be measured on a spreadsheet. So where does that leave us? Many are calling for balance, a system that protects national interests without punishing those who genuinely contribute. A system that values humanity as much as it values control. Because at the end of the day, the UK's strength has always come from its diversity, its openness, and its ability to adapt. Perhaps what's needed now is a moment of reflection to ask whether these bans are truly serving the country's future or just creating more barriers for everyone involved. As these visa and immigration bans continue to shape lives across the globe, one thing is certain: the conversation is far from over. Whether you're a student, a worker, a family member, or simply someone watching from the sidelines, these policies touch all of us in one way or another. If you've been affected by these changes, you're not alone. Share your story in the comments, because the more we talk about this, the harder it becomes for real human experiences to be ignored. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates and deep dives into stories that matter. Until next time, take care and stay informed.